Hi guys, I'm sure that you are all in the midst of getting ready for your week and getting ready to grocery shop and meal plan. So I wanted to make this video to help you out since I know that clean eating can be a bit overwhelming. Clean eating is a huge part of getting healthy and getting fit. It's probably the absolute most important part, but portion control is going to be the second most important part. You can totally overeat when you're clean eating and eat back all those calories that you worked off in your workout. I know this because I've been there. So I was eating clean, but my portions were out of control, so it was just very counterproductive. Just remember that your stomach doesn't realize that you're full until 15 minutes after you stop eating. So by the time you are full when you're eating, it's already 15 minutes too late. So it's important to have guidelines, but it can be so overwhelming. So there's so much information out there, and a lot of times people get scared and just give up. So I want to help you guys and show you how to portion out your meals and successfully cut calories and know how many calories you're putting into your body without actually having to count them. So here's a method that I've learned through research and my own weight loss and healthy eating journey. There was a time when I would count calories so much that I honestly became obsessed with it, and most of the time it wasn't even helping me lose weight. So there were times when I would be so overwhelmed that I would just throw in the towel and pretty much say screw it. So personally for me, this has been the easiest and most efficient method. So let's kind of go over that a little. Depending on your height, your weight, your body composition, you're going to want to eat, or you want to stick between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day, sometimes even more depending on how intense your workouts are. However, there are so many variables involved that if you were to count those calories, it might not even be the correct amount you need. Also, you need to make sure you aren't under eating as well. Trust me, I've been there too. So I found that eating the size of your hand is going to be the most helpful and easiest way to portion out and eat until you are actually full. So you need to concentrate on eating anywhere between 5 to 6 meals a day. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's going to keep your metabolism going and stop you from binge eating the second that you walk in the door from work. Totally guilty of that. The meals will be breakfast, second breakfast, lunch, second lunch, dinner, and your late snack. All of these meals will fall between 200 to 350 calories. So what I use is these portion control containers. They're from the 21 Day Fix. They come with the program, but you can also order them separately. The link is listed below. They just make it super easy. If the food fits in the container, you eat it. They're color-coded by the food, so like proteins, fruits, veggies, and so on. Plus, you can take them on the go. Otherwise, you can use your palm or your hand. I have baby hands, and that makes me very sad, but it still works. So anyways, for your proteins, you want to portion out the size of your palm and as thick as about a deck of cards. So great proteins are going to include chicken, fish, eggs, low sodium deli meat, tuna, steak. When I say steak, I should say that limit your steak intake or red meat intake to once or twice a week. You don't want to be eating too much red meat, but really any lean white protein is a go. So next we have carbs. I don't know why, but people are horrified of carbs. You absolutely need carbs to push through your workout and repair afterwards. For each meal, you want to focus on the same thing, except this time you're going to close your fist, and then this is about a cup. So you're going to want to do about a cup of complex carbs. So this is just a little bit smaller than your proteins. You might be wondering what a complex carb is. And simply put, they're just carbs that slowly release into your system as energy. So some examples include fruits, your starchy veggies like a sweet potato or a white potato. If you are going to eat white potatoes, please limit them to like once a week, but really just try and opt for the sweet potato. Okay, so we have the fruits, starchy veggies, and grains. So grains are going to be like couscous, brown rice. Again, try not to eat white rice. Try and focus on darker carbs, and that will fit the size, and that will fit in the size of your fist. Next are veggies. For me, I usually don't limit myself to the amount of veggies that I can eat. Number one, because I love them, and two, because I love to eat. So go ahead and take both hands, and this is the size of your portion of veggies. So fingertip to fingertip. Now, disclaimer, I am not talking about potatoes as your veggies. I'm talking about dark greens like kale, broccoli, zucchini, green beans, carrots, etc. So this is what your meal needs to look like. You have your proteins, your carbs, your veggies. This is the size of my palm, this is the size of my fist, and then this is just a glob as big as my hands for veggies. So I know this might look like it's going to be hard to do for 5 to 6 meals a day because you're not just hanging out in the kitchen all day, every day. So I came up with some tips for you guys to make it a little easier. Number one, you absolutely have to meal prep. I always do my prepping on Sundays because John is usually out of town. I just blast the music and I'm just instantly in the zone. You're going to want to prepare 7 pieces of chicken, 7 pieces of fish, a big batch of boiled eggs, etc. Just get a nice big piece of protein so it's ready to grab for your 5 meals. Same thing goes for your carbs and for your veggies. That way, whenever it's mealtime, you can just grab and go. You might be thinking, that's a lot of food to have on hand for 5 meals a day for a week. And that's why we have Shakeology. Shakeology, basically, if you look at the macronutrients and fiber, matches your needs for a meal. So the number of nutrients that yield from this chart, from all these foods, match Shakeology. And that is exactly why Shakeology is called a superfood meal replacement. And it also falls between the 200 and 350 calorie range. So that is awesome. And that's a meal that you don't even have to worry about. So for an example of a meal, it could be a piece of chicken, some quinoa, and some green beans. Or you could do 2 hard-boiled eggs, apple, and some carrots. You could do a can of tuna with salt and pepper with some sweet potatoes and broccoli. There's just so many options that you can throw together based on what you prepped. Now, when I say 5 to 6 meals, I really mean that the 6th meal is going to be your just in case. So if you've had all your water, you ate your meals and drank your Shakeology, and you're still feeling hungry, that is going to be when you have your 6th meal. You definitely do not want to go to bed hungry. You don't want to starve because your body will go into storage mode and you will not burn fat. So lesson, you need to eat if you're hungry. A great 6th meal could be a serving of fruit with some nuts. You could do just something that's not too heavy and that will solve your hunger issue. You could also do even like a tablespoon of peanut butter. Another tip that I have is to make sure that you're eating some healthy fat, which will include peanut butter or half an avocado. This is just going to keep you full and satisfied for longer. So there you guys go. I hope this helps. And if you have any additional questions, just please let me know. Thanks so much, guys.